A taser, ammo, a tactical vest, just some of the items stolen out of a police car in Janesville.
And Janesville police say the marked squad car was accidentally left unlocked outside a house over the weekend and that the officer is not a member of their department. NBC 15 investigates. Elizabeth Watt is joining us now. Elizabeth, if it wasn't a Janesville officer who fell victim here, who was it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out through an open records request I filed just this afternoon. In the meantime, though, police are looking for the suspect who they say stole a tactical vest, taser, radio, binoculars, and Glock magazines with ammunition out of the officer's car. So if you have any information, you are asked to contact the Janesville Police Department at 608-755-3100, that number on your screen right now. Live in the newsroom, Elizabeth Wattis, NBC 15 investigates.